Assalamu alaikum, dears. Our topic for today's lecture is semantics. In this lecture, we will be focusing what is semantics generally. Then we will shift our focus on what is linguistic semantics. After discussing linguistic semantics, we will be focusing on the topic what is meaning. Obviously, we will discuss what are the different types of meaning as well. And the end of this lecture, we will be discussing history and origin of semantics. First of all, what is semantics? Semantics is one of the important branches of linguistics that deals with the interpretation of meaning of the words and sentences in a language. What are various meanings that can be inferred, and what are the various interpretations that we can just calculate out of the words in a language is the study of semantics. While determining uh, the focus of semantics, we can easily say that semantic focuses on the meaning of words and sentences in any language. This is the first focus. Then we also study how this meaning is expressed through words and sentences, and how the listener or the reader comprehend the interpretation of language in any given circumstance or context. While determining the reading comprehension of the readers, how they understand others, and their interpretations are also studied in semantics. In addition to this, semantic constructs a relation between adjoining words and clarifies the sense of a sentence, whether the meaning of words are literal or figurative. Now, this is very important. Any reader who comprehend a language, or any listener who comprehend the interpretation of words and sentences, how do they comprehend the language in a context? It is studied in semantics. And in addition, semantics also studies how words are combined with each other in sentences, and then how they express meanings, whether that meaning is literal meaning or that is figurative or stylistic meaning. Now, what is linguistic semantics? William Fraley defines linguistic semantics as the study of literal decontextualized grammatical meaning. Now, look at this. The definition of linguistic semantics is that it focuses on the decontextualize the word which is expressed in isolation, not in a context, and it expresses mainly the grammatical meaning, the meaning of a word in literal form. It also studies the contextual meaning of word, but at first hand we will be focusing on what is the literal meaning of a word. Then semantics is concerned with the conceptual meaning related to words, and not only words but also sentences. Semantic does not focus on the context, rather, it deals with the meaning according to the grammar and vocabulary. Now, many people will not agree with this definition or statement that it does not focuses on context, rather, context is mainly focused in pragmatics or discourse. But somehow, when we discuss contextual meaning, we focus on context where a word is used. Mainly, our main focus is the meaning, the conceptual meaning of a word. But this conceptual meaning is altered, it is changed when the word is used in a particular context. Nowadays, look at the diagram. Now, in the diagram of linguistics, you can see that inside you have phonetics, or the speech of sounds, that comes then comes phonology, then comes morphology, then syntax, and finally semantics. And in the outer circle there is pragmatics. Look at the diagram, you can see it. The first one is phonetics. Then we have phonology, how words sounds are combined with each other. Then how words are formed in a language. Then how these words are combined to form sentences. Then how these sentences and words they communicate meaning, and then how this meaning is uh, changed with the contextual features. This is what the diagram of linguistics presents. What is meaning? This is very important. First of all, the word meaning can be defined in many ways, but the most pertinent definition to linguistics is meaning is the function of signs in a language. It is how words function in a language. It is the function of any word or sentence in a language. Or you can say this understanding of meaning corresponds to German philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein's definition. And then that definition is the meaning of a word is its true use in a language. In other words, the role of a word play in a language is actually the meaning of that word in that language. Okay, now we will be focusing on the two major types of meanings. The first in this is connotative meaning. Let us discuss the two major types of meaning. The first connotative meaning are connotative semantics is when a word suggests a set of association, it is an imaginative or emotional suggestion connected to the words, while readers can relate to such association simply it represents figurative meaning. Usually poets use this type of meaning in their poetry known as connotative meaning. It is it can also be known as associative or contextual meaning. It is not the literal meaning of a word. The meaning of a word in is dependent on the context where a word is used, or it is sometimes the emotional meaning or a figurative meaning that can be invented by the writer specifically in literature, but it is not the dictionary meaning. The second meaning, which is the focal point of semantics, is denotative meaning. Then we have denotative meaning, and it suggests the literal, explicit, or dictionary meaning of a word without using associative meaning. It also uses symbol in writing that suggest expressions of writers such as exclamation mark, quotation mark, apostrophe, colon, and quotation marks, etc. Now, denotative meaning is very simple. It is the dictionary meaning. The meaning that is given in the dictionary is called denotative meaning. It is also called the literal or conceptual meaning of words and sentences. Next, we have the history of semantics. Now, the term semantics is a recent addition to English language. Although there is one occurrence of semantic in the phrase semantic philosophy to mean divination in the 17th century. Look at the spelling of semantic in this statement. It is semantic. The word was not semantics as it is today. And it was used in the semantic philosophy to mean divination in the 17th century. So, linguistically, the semantics that we know today is not this one semantics. Then, semantics does not occur until it was introduced in a paper read to the American Philological Association in 1894 entitled Reflected Meanings, a Point in Semantics. Now, the first time this word is used in a paper, and this paper was presented in 1894. This is the first occurrence of semantics in relation to meaning or language. The French term semantique had been coined from the Greek in the previous year by Mr. Briel. Now, in 1893, before that paper presentation, the French term, which is equivalent to English semantics, had been coined by this person, Mr. Bry, a year ago of that paper. In both cases, the term was not used simply to refer to meaning, but to its development with what we shall later call historical semantics. Now, the issue is the word was used in that paper, although it was related to language and meaning, but it was not specifically the study of meaning. It was the study of how meaning is developed with the passage of time, how meaning changed from time to time. It is the focal point of historical semantics. It is diachronic study, not synchronic study. It is not the study of meaning in this sense. Then, in 1900, however, there appeared Briel's book Semantics, Studies in the Science of Meanings. The French original had appeared 3 years earlier. It was in 1897 when this book was published originally in French language, then this book published in English in 1900. This is a superb little book, now sadly neglected. We well worth reading. It is such a brilliant book, but people these days do not study this book. It is one of the earliest books on linguistics as we understand it today. In that, first, it treated semantics as the science of meaning, and secondly, that it was not primarily concerned with the historical change of meaning. Now, for this is specifically the first real occurrence of semantics words in terms of the study of meaning by Mr. Briel in 1900. Yet, the term semantics did not catch on for some time. Yet this term was neglected by the linguist. Now, one of the famous books on semantics is The Meaning of Meaning by Ogden and Richard, first published in 1923. This is the most famous book on semantics because in this book, Ogden and Richard they define meaning and they say there are 16 different meanings of meaning. This is not the focus of this lecture. We will be discussing how Richard and Ogden they divide meanings into 16 different ways in other lecture. Yet semantics does not occur in the main body of this book. However, it appears in the appendix, which is itself a classic in the field. There is another book, Problem of Meaning in Primitive Languages, written by the anthropologist B. Malinowski. This is again a very important book in the study of meaning are related to semantics. Then other names that have been used include semiology, semiotics, semex. Those scholars have often used some of these terms to suit their own interests and orientations in both wider and narrower senses than our semantics will have here. Now, besides semantics words, there are so many other names that have been used by the scholars of the time. These names are used because of their own attitude towards language, their own interest toward meaning, and their own orientation of language and meaning. But there was no similarity between the semantics is the study of meaning and between these words that were used by the scholars of the early 20th century. Nowadays, there is unfortunately a use of the term semantics in popular language, especially in newspaper, that bears only a slight resemblance to our use. Unfortunately, people were using semantic words, terms in different meanings in the start of 20th century in the newspapers, and there are other books where this word is used in other meaning, not in the meaning of the study of meaning. Now, The term some meaning, of course, much more familiar to us all. We know meaning in general sense. We think that meaning is something that is expressed by words and sentences in a language. Okay, but the dictionary will suggest a number of different meanings of meaning, or more correctly, of the word meaning, and Ogden and Richard were able to list no less than 16 different meanings that have been favored by reputable scholars. Now, as I mentioned before, that Ogden and Richard they expressed that there are 16 different meanings of meaning, but if you look at dictionary, you can see many meanings of the word meaning. Thank you so much for the lecture. Please subscribe to the